Welcome back, Post-Pollock viewers. Dave Epstein here with the Post-Pollock firm. Today, we're going to talk to you about an old friend of ours. Depends how you define friend. Jack Doherty. Remember him? We had a couple of videos about him. He's driving the world crazy and becoming fabulously wealthy while doing it. He had a little encounter with law enforcement in Florida. And folks, before we get into the video, it's a news video. It's from Inside Edition. Let me mention, I am getting back into reviewing the pranks and other social media activities like I have in the past. We had been spending a lot of time, we still will, on police interactions and police pullovers and people interacting with police, which I know many of you are interested in, but just as many are interested in what these social media people are doing. So we will be doing a lot of that as well. With that said, let's go to the videotape.
What? Park this way. All right, after I hit this hand.
I'm about to go to jail.
Huh?
Cops say filming content is not an excuse to hold up traffic. YouTuber Jack Doherty was placing an online bet when Miami Beach police told him to step out of the street and onto a sidewalk. But his plea for police patience was denied, and he was placed under arrest. Someone working with him caught the whole thing on video. So did police.
The weapons and the needles, anything can poke me. Oh my God. I don't think you understand, man.
Doherty, who has garnered millions of subscribers with mostly daredevil acts, was released later on $500 bond. He immediately created content about the ordeal and showed off his mugshot.
I just got out of jail, guys, and I'm about to take my first shower since getting out.
Doherty was charged with resisting an officer without violence, possession of cannabis, both misdemeanors, and possession of a controlled substance, a felony. He didn't enter a plea to the charges against him. His arraignment is set for January.
Okay, folks, well, there he is, Jack Doherty. Apparently, in this new age in which we live, arrogance is a virtue. And boy, was he arrogant in this thing. I've seen longer versions of it. You're welcome to go out onto YouTube, and elsewhere you'll find him everywhere. But here are a few things. Yeah, we've talked about Jack Doherty a number of times in the past, and his ilk. And here he is. He's in the middle of the street somewhere in Florida, just holding up traffic to do one of his stunts, which is illegal. Holding up traffic might not be that big a deal. But then, if you're going to do stupid things like that, now, again, he's innocent until proven guilty, but if it's true, then he was carrying joints, which are still illegal in Florida, unless he's got a medical license, and then it's a question of where you can carry it. And he supposedly had an amphetamine in his pocket. I think it was one pill, which, again, Florida, by the way, criminalizes simple possession. It's unlike other states. Most states, like New Jersey, treat simple possession of narcotics as a misdemeanor. Marijuana is actually legal, although you're not supposed to technically be carrying it around with you. So that creates a separate issue. It's limited as to where you're supposed to be and how you're supposed to transport it, so on and so forth. But in Florida, it's actually a criminal act. So we go with that premise. Jack decides to do his stunts. His level of arrogance is stratospheric. So he does this, and he's got contraband on him. And of course, if they arrest you, they search you, and they found it. And why did they arrest him? Because he refused to leave, because his agenda is much more important than the police agenda. They was like, come on, move along. He's like, no, I just have to do this and this. And they said, fine. They arrested him. And now he's facing criminal drug charges. Now, I think they said he was facing up to 4 years in jail. I don't think he's going to get 4 years in jail. I really don't. Even as harsh as Florida is, I don't think, a judge looking at this is not going to say, I'm throwing this kid in jail. But as I've said in the past, you start adding things up. And, if you're this arrogant and you're doing things like he does, sooner or later you're going to have continuous run-ins with the law. And here he has one. I don't know what happened. Maybe he'll be found not guilty of all charges. However, if he is, or he goes to trial, and I'm that judge sitting there, it'd probably be tried municipal court or the equivalent, and I'm looking at this, and then I see this guy, this jerk, right after he gets out, is walking around with a picture of his mugshot, a t-shirt he has made that has his mugshot on it, and he's using it to his advantage, once again to sell and peddle his wares on social media. I'm not going to take too lightly or kindly to that. I'm going to be a little ticked off by that. And a lot of people would be. So maybe the judge does throw him in stir for a couple of weeks or a couple of months because he doesn't think the kid is at all repentant. And frankly, he's not. If, in fact, he did what they said he did, he was in possession in Florida, it's illegal, he's guilty. They've searched him. If you see other versions of the video, they actually show them searching him. Fresh video, body cam video, and it's clear as a bell. They didn't plan it. None of it was planned. Whatever was there was there. So he's just sinking himself in, and sooner or later, people are just going to get tired of this. And you get a judge, and they're going to throw him in the slammer for even something that usually would be presumptively not incarcerated for that crime or misdemeanor. We see where this guy is headed. The other thing is, if you're going to be doing something that's questionably legal already, don't be carrying contraband. Shouldn't be doing something that's questionably legal to begin with, but if you do, having the joints in your pocket just adds to the charges. And I will tell you that I'm sure a lot of these police officers, judges, whoever is overseeing these things in Florida are becoming familiar with this kid. While he has all his fans, I don't know, they must be 12-year-olds. He's got a lot of fans out there. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a lot of fans in the judge world, legal world, law enforcement world who are getting tired of the antics of guys like this and others. I mean, this is, again, the new age. We're at the dawn of a new age where kids act like they're 12 again, no matter how old they are. We'll see. We'll follow up on this. We can see how he does in court, what happens with his case. I don't think he will get jail time, but as usual, Jack Doherty has made it more certain that he will because of his arrogance and his arrogant behavior and his inability to keep everything about himself and his mug off social media. This was not a good idea. If you get arrested, don't go out and start publicizing it and making a joke about it, making light about it, because don't think that a prosecutor or a judge won't be able to dig that up. They're probably watching everything he does now to use it against him. Folks, I hope you learned something from this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you next time. Please hit like and subscribe, and please leave your comments. This is Dave Epstein signing off for Post Pollock. Thank you.